So I started this new game called Evospace. Just started playing it. I got about 90 hours on it. And I noticed there wasn't too many tutorials on YouTube, so I figured I'd do a run through here. I've only gotten to the aluminum stage, but there's a lot of things I can pass on that will help you get to that point. So let's create a new map. First thing you want to look for, this one actually isn't bad. I probably won't use it, but over here you could pick what kind of world you like. I kind of like plains and coast. Here's a good map. So there's really, I would say, 5 or 6 things you want to look for at the start. You want to have coal, copper, and iron relatively close together, because then you could build your main base like right here and be able to get all 3 of them. You want to be close to water, because you need water. Not until maybe the steel stage, and this is aluminum. Aluminum never gets too close to these. I don't know why, it's just the way the maps are designed. This one's pretty close. I have not gotten to use the water over here. I can't remember what it's called, but so this has actually got all the things that I really look for. It's got the coal, the copper, the iron, the aluminum, and the water. I haven't gotten to the oil stage yet, but that's actually pretty close too. Usually the oil is really far away. So this just happened to turn out to be a pretty good map. So we'll name this one Evo walkthrough. Doesn't matter. Evo walk. Evo walk. And we'll create that. Okay, so it drops you down. I want you to check your inventory. You can do that. It just has some cues on here. Some of the things, I don't really find these too helpful. It shows your inventory, what you have, what you can make at this point, and then you hit E to close that. Now if you look at the map, this is where you're at. I actually want to go probably right about here, which is a very short walk. So let's turn and go a little bit over this way. Maybe over here a little bit further. Okay, that's a good spot. Now the one thing you're going to want to really concentrate on is having a big platform. What I'd like to do is craft 100 stone to start with. I'll go to the map and put an X here so I know where my base is going to be. Just hit the right click button. And then F1 brings up your little tool. And let's go and try and find some stone. Kind of a barren world here. Watch the holes. Here's some stone. Those will give you 10. That's pretty good. So you just go around and mine some stone. I like to start with usually about 200 blocks to give you a good starting base. Okay, what you see here is iron or copper. You want to go ahead and mine that too. You're going to need that. You don't have to do too much manual mining, only at the very beginning of the game. You notice at the top it tells you what you're getting. You can overload yourself with grass if you're not paying attention, like I just did there. This was a small little amount. One of the other things you're going to have to watch for at the very beginning, and there is some, is coal. You need some of that to start too. So you want to mine that. This is a pretty nice one, usually not this big. Oh, there's some iron down there. this copper. Might as well mine that while I'm here. And you notice while I'm doing this, it is still making the blocks. So when you select making blocks over here, it'll keep doing it in the background. And I'm just going to click on these and make those two. That should be enough to start with. While that's going, I'll do a little bit more mining here. There's some more coal, copper. In the old videos that I saw online, everything would fall to the ground. They've upgraded that so when you mine it, it pops into your inventory, which is very helpful. And you will have to dig your way out sometimes. I'd like to get a little bit more copper while those blocks are being made. Copper, where are you? There's some more coal. I'll take that. That was very small. It's usually not that hard to find the copper. This map doesn't seem to have a whole lot around. Oh, there's some. So after this one, we'll go back and start our base. I guess you could fast forward through this stuff if you're bored. There's some coal here too. I need a whole lot of coal to start because I'll show you how you can immediately build. And we'll go back and do that now. Let's find out where I'm at. So I gotta turn this way. Oh, there's some stone, I'll take that. A little bit further. Hold the right shift key into sprint mode. Go a little bit faster. Doesn't take long to cover the spaces on the map here though. This way. Just about there. Okay, that's pretty good. So what I do to start, I put the blocks down another second hotkey, and then we can just hit 2 to bring them up. I like to go 10 wide, and this can be time consuming, setting up the game, but that's part of the fun of it. I'm just going to do it roughly 10 by 10 base here to start with. I'm going to have to clean this up. I don't like that being there. So what do we got here? Let's go 2. And 2. That should be enough to start with. Oops, got a block by accident there. Okay, that's good. Now, when you're setting up your coal, the way I do it is I like to have to jump up here because you can't do 3 high. I like to have my bottom base and then my upper base 3 high, and I'll show you why that happens. It makes it much better this way. So if you go over here, I guess it's a good time to get into the research section. This is one thing I don't like about this game too much. The J key brings up the research. This research tree is a nightmare. I don't know why they did it this way. This would be your biggest stumbling block at the beginning. But basically, the way you want to start is to go down. Let me get my bearings. This is what I mean. This is a nightmare. I don't know why they did it this way. You want to find automation. Where are you? Metalwork should be right here. Automation. So you want to get to automation first thing. So you got to do basic machines. And I'll show you what you got to do. You could do this. It takes 32 computer points. Well, we don't have any computer points right now. So the first thing you're going to have to do is set up a computer. There's a couple things you have to do that. First off, you got to make a stone furnace and a stone smelter. And this is only temporary here. These go those build pretty fast. So you put that. And we'll just put that in the corner here because, like I said, this is temporary. And then you take some of your coal. You can right-click on the furnace, hold Shift, and it transfers 30 and it starts burning. And then you take the same way, right Shift, left-click, and it puts 32 copper in there. And it's making copper ore now while I'm over here working. I want to make a computer, but I can't do that right now. I guess I could. Yeah, maybe I can. Let's try it. Make another one, another stone furnace, a stone smelter. We'll put this one, again, I'm going to be moving this stuff over here. Stone furnace, stone smelter. I don't need the smelter. Do I need the smelter? No. Let's make a... That's what I need, and I don't have enough copper. Okay, so that's why you're smelting copper. I got 3. I need to make a Stirling engine. Something that takes heat and turns it into, as it says there, consumes heat energy, produces kinetic energy. You need kinetic energy, which is basically just something in motion. And it takes a while. The beginning of the game does go kind of slow. There, I can make one now. So we'll make that. You can see it makes everything down there. You're doing it by hand in the background is what the game is kind of saying. So when that's done, that'll pop up here. Where is it? There it is. So I'm going to put that facing this way. So now I got my kinetic energy. Well, I still need something to turn it into power. So I got, at the beginning of the game, you have the copper compact generator. But guess what? I need more copper for that. And still don't have enough. You could set 2 of these up. I don't have enough stone anymore. So I made it all into blocks. But there's a reason for that in the long run here. So let's do this real quick. As soon as I can make it. Still can't. You know what? While that's running, let's find 1 more or 2 more stones. Because I'm going to need to make another copper one or we'll be here forever. Stone, stone, stone. Oh my goodness. There's, nope, I thought that was a stone. There's not even any small ones around there. This map is kind of sparse. They're usually not this bad. I think there's some over here. Nope, there's a massive iron ore. Let's put an X on that. That might come in handy. there's one. I don't need too much. I just want to make... there we go. Okay, so I can make another stone furnace and I have enough. There we go, way back here. This is kind of slow, but at the beginning of the game, it does take a little while to get started. There's a nice chunk of stone. Let's take that one. Here's my base. Gotta watch these crazy things, jump over them, hit the space bar, of course. Oop, I'm right by my base. That might be handy for getting water. Okay, so let's set up another one of these. So I got two of them running, and I'll show you why in a minute here. I already have the smelter, so let's just do the furnace. Put that there. Put the stone smelter up here. In order to make the computer, you not only need copper, but you need the center one down there, and I can't move the mouse. If you look at the bottom of it, you need 2 copper plates and a glass. In order to get glass, you just take sand, wait till it's done, and then you put the sand in there, and put coal. We don't need much. Well, we'll put 32 in there. I'll use it for copper afterwards. And then that's going to take a few minutes. I should have enough copper now. I got 6 more. Okay, I can make the generator now. So we'll come over here. See, I can make 1 generator. So we'll do that real quick. And this is all dirt. You always have dirt in your inventory. You can do stuff with it. I find it's a waste of time. I usually drop it and get rid of it. Okay, so you can see here there's 2 sides of this generator. One's blue and one's orangish yellow. Orange yellow is the kinetic energy side. The blue is the electronic side. So I want to twist this. So the kinetic side is against the Stirling engine. And the blue side is where you want the electricity to come out. So we're good there. I got to take my 1 glass right here, and then I'll fill that with copper. We'll make copper twice as fast. Now I can make, I think, no I can't. I need more copper, probably. Yeah. There we go. I can make 1 computer screen. So we'll take that, make a computer screen. It takes a little bit longer, a little more complicated. Meanwhile, I'm going to have to take some more of my... This doesn't use too much coal, so I'll just put the 7 in there to start with. You can see it starts to spin, but then it says, well, there's no computer, so it stops. And there's my computer. So this pretty much only has a blue side and a screen, so just make sure the blue side's against it, and there's your screen. Okay, so now since I got that hooked up, it's taking the heat, turning it into kinetic energy, generating electricity, running it, and if I go to J, you can see my research is progressing. At the beginning of the game, I usually only have 1 computer running because I do research in the background, and you can see that's done. That was basic machines. So when you look at this, and I hate this crazy setup, but there's basic machines. So it tells you what you get. A macerator, I'll explain all this probably in the next video. A macerator, a hammer, and you can get copper, and then the next level, see it's 1 through 7. The next level is steel, aluminum, stainless steel, and it goes way up. It gets progressively more complicated to make these things. Now what I'm trying to get to at this point is automatic mining. And as you can see, there's a progression from basic machines. I have to go to automation and then to automatic mining. This is important. You want this very early in the game. It saves you a lot of running around. So I'm going to hit automation, and that's the next thing I'm going to research. And as you can see, this is going to give me the robotic arm, the conveyor belt, and a copper splitter, which is basically a way of taking a conveyor belt and moving it in different directions. So this should go pretty fast. Good. And again, my 7 coal will last me quite a while. And then I go to automatic mining. And I select that. It's going to take a little bit longer because as you go out further, you're not only going to need a computer, but if you do some research, like if I come up here, you also need circuits to do it. And that's later on in the progression, but it's gets a little bit more complicated. Than over here somewhere you'll need advanced circuits right there. It gets more complicated as you go and more time consuming, which is kind of fun in a way. But now I'm trying to make copper drilling rigs. Super important to get this as early as possible in my book. It makes your life a lot easier. Okay, so now that that's all done, I could do more research, but I'll wait till later. I'm going to take all the copper I have out of these two, and again I'm using shift left click, and I want to reload them also. Put 32 back in those so they keep going. And let's check the coal, should be okay. 17, we'll refill those. 32 is the max on all those, and 32. Alright, so now if you notice, the first thing you want to get in my book is coal. It's a toss-up. You could get copper or coal. I like coal because you're not going to be able to get copper without, in the long term, having coal, because you got to smelt the copper. So I always like to start with copper, so I'll go in the direction that the copper is, or I'm sorry, the coal is. Look at the map, it's right here. So you don't have to be right over it. There is a range of these things. That's why I like to have 3 close together. I can probably access all 3 of these from where I'm standing. It works out pretty good. So let's show you how I set up. Now this will be my upper layer, my working layer. I'll put a floor up here, a 10 by 10 floor very shortly. I like to put the coal underneath it. As you can see, the furnaces need coal, and to automatically fill that, you want the furnace on this level. So you want the coal to come out on this level. So I'm going to take this and do a 4x4, something similar to that. Maybe 3x4 would work, but we'll try 4x4. Oops, I don't need that one there. Alright, and one more. You want it 2 levels high. I did it again. Whoa. Did I just trap myself? That was weird. I think I was stuck in a block there. Luckily I got out of it. You can't jump 2 blocks in this game, so you always have to make steps. So now I can go up here. And now I can make the copper drilling rig. I can actually make 2 at this moment. I do, in the long run of the game, I have 2 copper drilling rigs for coal. I'm sorry, yeah, 2 drilling rigs for coal. You need that much coal at the beginning of the game if you don't really want to get into generating power real early. I might not be able to do this from here. Yeah, I think I can. Okay, so I want the coal to come out on this level. Why I want it also, and again, these are orange on the other side. So that's kinetic energy. So I want that right on the edge. I think that's where I want it. Let's put it there and see. Yes. Okay. Now, when you got this set up, you right click and you hit resource, and it'll tell you what you can mine here. You can see I could do all the stones. You can do stones anywhere. There's copper, so I'm in range of the copper, coal, and iron here. But I want to start with coal. Let's go over here, grab the copper I need, because you go through a ton of copper at the beginning of this game. Literally. So now I want to come over here and I want to make 3 Stirling engines. This will take a couple seconds. Okay. And you want to make sure that's aimed at it. just because of the way I got it facing. It is there. I also, oh, there's one more thing I want to research, and I'll show you why I want to do this. Somewhere up here is heat transference, or heat pipes, or power, where is it? I really hate this setup. There it is, heat transference. So you already start with initial scan, so I can click on that, probably really quick, 60, so we'll wait for that. And then I'll put my other Stirling engines up here. That's the kinetic energy to run the coal mine. The only thing I have to start with is stone furnaces, but technically you only need one, maybe two stone furnaces to run these three. And I'm going to put them down here, and I'll show you why once I get heat transference done. Meanwhile, we'll go back over here. Oops, boy, I went through that in a hurry. Wow. Okay, so there's my heat transference. Now you can go in here and E, and you see have copper heat pipe. So I want 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And this is how I set up all my furnaces to start with. It works very well. And they come up pretty fast. So you do that, and you put the 3 pipes, and now this one copper furnace is going to be hooked to the 3 pipes. So I could throw coal in here now. And we'll put 32 in there because I'm going to get more coal pretty quick here. And wham! Now you can see the furnace is running the 3 pipes, and if you right click on this, I'm using 55% of my capability, so at copper I might be a little under fired, so let's put another furnace under here. Put my remaining coal under here, which is kind of scary. Maybe that'll get it going to 100%. There we go. So this is what you got to start with. 3 copper Stirling engines and 2 furnaces will get you running at 100%. Now I'm wasting stuff here because I don't have this set up out here. Now I need a conveyor belt. You can hook this right up to a conveyor belt, and they come out pretty fast. And I just want to make sure you got the arrows facing the right way, and then I want a robotic arm. So I have enough for a robotic arm, and we'll set up the copper robotic arm to take it off of there. These are kind of tricky. You always want the arrow facing away from the source that you want the robotic arm taking the item from. So you want the back of the arrow facing where you're taking it. So we'll click on that, and then I want to put a stone chest here. Now you'll see that it's going to take the coal out of there and store it in my stone chest. And whammo, we have our coal mining automated that fast. Very important step to do, because you go through a lot of coal at the start of the game. So now, the next step, since we got coal going, I'm going to leave those there for now. We're going to do copper, and I'll put the copper over here because it said I could reach it. So I want to do the same setup. 4, 4, 4. I could probably do 3. I do want this one coming out at the top, so we're going to do this one different. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. This will all make sense when I get to the point where I'll show you how I transfer the coal to everything. I think I do want this too high, but let's go to this step here. Climbing up is kind of a pain in this game. Okay, so where's my... Let's put it over here. So 1, 2, 3. And then I want to do, and you can't do it in the first one. You got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can do it automatically. And we'll just make a 10 by 10 on the top here. Not 11, 10. And we'll make a little base structure here. Okay. This will all get expanded out as I go here by a long shot. And of course I'm not too far. Now, I'm trying to remember. I think I want it up here. We'll give it a shot. I may have to move this. I should have another. Maybe I didn't make it. Alright, I need more copper. This is why you want it 3 high. Now you can walk under here. That's very important later on. And now I am out of copper ore. I still have some I can make, but I'm out of copper ore now. So we got to get this going here. Alright, so we want another iron, or excuse me, copper drilling rig. Wait for that to be done here. And you want this set up the same as the last one. You want them hanging over the side. And that looks good right there. We'll put it right there. And again, you click resource, want copper, and you're all set there. Now you need the same stuff that you needed before. So you need 3 Stirling engines. Hopefully I have enough copper to finish all this. And 3 heating units, or heat transfer pipes. Now these won't be lined up correctly, so remember to always put your kinetic energy side against your what you want to be transferred to. Come on. Okay. And I'm going to do that again. Now it goes in order, so now my heat pipes are being made. And the same setup. There they are. 1, 2, I keep hitting the wrong button. 3. Then I got 1 stone furnace left. And we'll put that there. Now you can see why. I should have that up another layer, but this will work. As long as you can walk under here, you're all set. Now you can see why I wanted the coal furnace higher. I should have probably put this one higher, actually. Live and learn. So, I'm going to do this. Go up here. Now I got coal building up in here. It builds up pretty quick. Now I want a robotic arm. I'm running out of copper pretty quick. Now I'll show you how to get these things automated as fast as you can. It's very helpful. Again, set it up from the direction you want it to take it from. And then I'm going to use, and I'm not going to have enough. Let's see, I hope I got enough in here to make it over there. 8. This one's empty now. May have to go get more copper. We'll have to see. This will be a good chance to show you. That's not what I wanted. Good chance to show you how to change layers anyway, levels. I like to put, these are my 3, just my hotkey. Okay, so I want this to go towards the copper mine. Now to change, this took me a while to figure out, to change directions on these, you hit the shift key. Now you don't need the shift key, but you can do the, drag this up, you'll see it goes to the up arrow. That makes it go up and down. Sometimes you have to finagle it a little bit more than that. And I'm going to have to do another one, maybe not. This is kind of tricky. I think they'll probably fix this in the long run, but sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's try it again. And do 3, up arrow. Okay, maybe I got to put it up here. There we go. There's the copper transference pipe. So now I want to be even with this. So the best way to do this, hit 3 twice. And that brings you back to the regular. And we'll walk it back. And I'm out of them already. I get 7 copper left. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, still making those, so we'll go this way. You want to do it towards the furnace. Actually, I need to get rid of one of these anyway. You can't use a conveyor belt to go right into the furnace. It doesn't work. Not that I know of anyway. And I think I'm going to have to go mine more copper because I don't think I have enough. Close, but not quite. What have I got here? One more. 2 more. I might have enough, just enough. Okay, so this is also tricky. Now I want to bring this down from here. So again, hit that like that. And you want to make sure, there you go. That should bring it down. Then you hit 3 twice to clear it. And now if I go this way, again, I may have to experiment with this. So 3, maybe it's this way. No. Okay, what am I reading here? Maybe I have to do this first. Alright, let's try this backwards. Because I hope they kind of fix this because it is tricky to figure out these crazy things sometimes. Let's go over here. And go like that. There's the corner. There we go. Okay, so now I got the coal automatically going to my furnace over here. I need to extend that to back here eventually too. Do I have any more copper? I have 4 left. Ooh, I'm cutting it close. So now you put a robotic arm. Robotic arm. I just barely had enough copper. Of course I wanted to take it from the conveyor belt, put it into it, and there we go. So now this is firing this up. This is only going to be at 50% or whatever to start with because I only have 1 engine right now, but that'll work for what I need to do. That one's empty. But they're both empty now. Okay, so the copper I have is the copper I have. So guess what? I am a little short. Maybe. Let's try something once. And again, I don't have any stairs. You have to kind of hop. So, oh, I don't have 1 left. Oh, I do. No, I don't. Dang it. Oh. I have 1 in here. I got manual to pull them out until I get enough to make it. Okay. Would have been easier probably to go and get more copper, but But anyway, you can see how you bring the coal out. I could have put this down one level, not two. And then I wouldn't have had to do that drop down, but that works pretty well. As long as, like I said, as long as you can walk under here, it's not a big deal to move that to the right layer. Okay, now I can pull that out of there. At least I have them coming out of the machine. That's copper ore. And I probably don't have enough stone to make a stone chest. Now I gotta go run around one more time. Get some copper ore. What's this? Uranium, iron, copper. Get a couple more of these. I don't want uranium. I don't want iron yet. Okay, I need a stone or two. Sorry about the delay here. I try and keep them running around to a minimum and automate stuff as fast as I can. But you do got to do a little bit of running around at the beginning. There we go. That'll be enough. Grab these two. It's 20 stone. That'll be enough. Let's see if I can find my way back. Up this way. There I am, way over there. Alright, so we want to go over here, up, up, up. Put a chest here. Now you can go straight into a chest. I forgot about that. You don't need a robotic arm for a chest. Boom. So now my copper ore is going right into the chest. And it should be coming out pretty regular. And since I have enough for another stone furnace, we'll go down here. Which is the best side to put this on? Probably over here. I'll put a stone furnace here. And then come... I don't have enough for that. Okay. I got 7, so we could put this. I got 2 there. Put 6 in there. I can make one of those, but I need enough for a robotic arm yet. Actually, I think I need 2 robotic arms. Okay, so that's going to take a couple seconds. Let's take some copper out of here. I'll automate this too, obviously, to get this automatically into a, we'll do that in the next video, into a furnace. Put that in there. Okay, still not enough for a robotic arm. They are kind of expensive. There we go. So I got 1 robotic arm. I still need another one. So what I'll do here, I'll come over here, take that robotic arm, have it pull it from the conveyor belt. And then I need 2. I'm going to get this copper up and running. Okay, so I got 1 conveyor belt. Oh, I got 2. Oops, I think I don't. Okay, so we'll do. I only need 1 here, I think. Here's a trick with these. You see that arrow? You're taking from here this arrow says where you want to put it to. So if you right click on that, you can change the direction of where they go. So I want it to go to the right. So if I click on the right arrow, you can see it automatically transfers it over. But I still need one more robotic arm. And then my first section here will be done. There we go. So we'll make that robotic arm. We'll use that to take it off that conveyor belt, put it into my second furnace. Okay. And you want to make sure you got it going the right way. It takes a couple seconds. There we go. So now I'm going to have two furnaces fired up. And that's going to increase this to 100%. So now my copper is being mined at 100%. So there we go. Got the coal going. I'm out of coal for the coal furnace, so let's take a couple stacks out of there. I got to automate this going over here too, so I don't have to worry about it. But that's good for this video. We've got a good start up here. Got your good basics. It's always good to have the coal lower than all your other things, so you can feed them underneath this little walkway. This becomes kind of crowded, but you'll expand all this out and when you have your other stuff going. This level here will go on. This will be my main working level. This will be where I turn the copper ore and smelt it. I'll go up this way because you don't want to go over the water. The water you need to pipe up. I guess you could. I'd rather go over this way. And do all your copper automation. I'll do that in the next video. So we got you all set up at the beginning here. Before I come back, I'll automate the coal to automatically fill those two. So the coal mine will keep running constantly. And we'll see you in the next video.